Gabba gabba, hey drunken cock fans, this is Zachary the Drunken Underwhelming from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, and we're here to announce that you have found and stumbled upon our show. We're very happy to have you. If you found this on podcast platforms, you will be sorely disappointed in the magic entertainment. However, the video will be uploaded to YouTube and Facebook. Remember, this show is an adult show, contains adult content. Have fun, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Zachary the Drunken Underwhelming. You have found the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. It's episode 9. We got the man, the myth, the legend, the Vermont legend, both there on the couch with us. Tonight, unfortunately, Colin couldn't make it. GW's here, and we got a lot of shit to talk about and a world premiere to get into. Let's get it.
Show me your tits. This is a weird show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I am Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. You found the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 2, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. Of course, I'm here with both Thayer. We're very excited to have him on. Also with GW Foley. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to catch up with Bo, see how Corona time has been impacting the music industry. We're going to talk about a story about a man who wouldn't stop eating chicken wings for anything. We're going to introduce a world premiere music video from both there. It'll be the first time anybody gets to see it. I'm pretty excited about it. We're going to talk about aliens, because who the fuck doesn't want to talk about aliens? And lastly, we're going to be talking about something that a Supreme Court justice said that we actually agreed with. So, without further ado, welcoming to our spotlight stage, welcome my friend, my buddy, my patriot, my comrade, Mr. GW Foley.
What is up, motherfuckers? Wednesday night. Let's get fucking crazy in here. Yes, Wednesday night, Okay. Now that I fucked up my camera, the camera's all sorts of buggy now. That's the great thing about going live and on the internet. Like, you do things, and all of a sudden, like, shit starts fucking up on you, and you're just like, what the fuck's going on? I can't stand it. I'm kind of scared for tonight, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I tried taking my dog out to go bathroom before the show, and he just went to drink some water and went straight to my bed, and is now sitting on my side of the bed. So if he decides to piss in the bed, it's gonna be on my side, not the wife's. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, our couch is way too small to actually have me sleep on it. So I'll be sleeping in, like, piss-covered sheets. I'm going to be so fucking pissed. No pun intended. Man. Dude, that intro just, like, wore me out. I'm fucking exhausted right now. Like, I took a drink and I was just like, oh, man. Like, I tried taking a nap today because it's Wednesday night, and Wednesdays are for napping, so I could be energetic for the show. And I had nothing but stress dreams. And the worst part about stress dreams is, like I have them enough where I know they're not real, but in the time they seemed really real. And so this stress dream, I was just in a kitchen cooking chicken with bricks. Like, I wrapped bricks in tin foil, placed the chicken on a griddle, and then put bricks on top of them. I couldn't understand why I just couldn't flatten out the chicken and put them on the griddle and be fine. But no, I had to have hot bricks. And then there was mice all over the kitchen, which is gross. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen mice in the kitchen, but they like to shit everywhere. And these were big mice. They weren't rats. They were cute mice, but they were like the size of a fucking chihuahua. And they were just scurrying around, shitting everywhere. And I had a sheet tray full of these hot bricks that I was putting on chicken. And the mouse scared me, so I dropped the tray, and I dropped the tray of bricks on the mouse, and it flattened it. Like the eyes busted out. It was, and I woke up just going, "What is this dream? Like, where are the dream catchers supposed to be?" Fucking, like, I can't even explain to someone to process this dream. Like, everyone has these books about, like, oh, this is what your dream means. Try explaining that dream to me. That's what I want to know. What the fuck does me flattening a fucking mouse have to do with anything? like, what's the significance? And I can tell you, absolutely nothing. I'm stressed out from school. That's what it is. So I had a fucking annoying time with Vermont's Department of Unemployment, which I know I should be complaining. I'm getting free money. But I went to put in my job search for the week, which is a task amongst itself. And I got all the way through their system, with their system like constantly freezing every screen and finally loading, and got to the last screen that I needed to submit it. And as soon as I hit the submit button, an error came up saying that the page was not found. How, like, and I tried calling the place, like the Vermont department, their 1-800 number, and the woman seemed less than pleased to have me call her and be like, oh, hey, there's a problem with the website. Like, I was putting her out because of that. Like, it's like, look, you're the one with the job. I'm sorry. If I, sorry, there's laughter in the background. We're talking. Like, I'm like, oh my god, people are laughing at me. This is weird. Normally, like, I just hear my dog crying, which is something that I'm used to hearing. It's just the whining of, "Daddy, please stop. Please stop talking." That's too much. But like, I can't believe how put out this woman was for me trying to do what the state tells me to do. Like, I mean, if I wanted that type of attitude, I'd go to fucking McDonald's. At least I know they're not paid fairly there. Like, they're at least earning their paycheck, compared to this woman who is getting state benefits to answer my phone calls because I'm a piece of shit and don't have a job. Like, I can't even. That's how rough my week has been. I'm trying to write a screenplay for class, which is turned into a giant piss and fart joke. Like, the entire script. Like, I wanted it to be funny, so like I figured I'd class it up with a couple jokes here and there. You know, I'm a comedian. I'm doing my thing. Figured this would come easy, and everything is leading up to one giant fart joke. I sent a script spec to my professor, and he's like, "But where's the meaning? Where's the message in this? Like, why does there have to be a message? I want a giant fart joke. Like, let's talk about dicks and penises for a while. Like let's lighten up collegiate material. Like, not everything has to be Goodwill Hunting. Every once in a while, you need a Freddy Got Fingered, and that is my wheelhouse. Is Freddy Got Fingered. I'm not going to make some kind of Oscar film, and if they ever put me up for an Oscar, I'm going to be like, you guys are fucking crazy. Like, this probably explains why people don't get me. Like, I don't want to do shit like that. I also don't want to do blockbusters. I just want to be like the next Kevin Smith. Do Clerks, do Mallrats, and then glide on my fucking history for the next 25 years. like, oh yeah, I can tell you stories about 30 years ago when I was fat and Jane used drugs. Yeah, that's no problem. I can do that now. Anyway, so that's my week. Let me turn it over to Hickory and see how his week's going.
Oh, it has been a week, my friend. A sweltering hot week of grossness. But to alleviate some of the pain, we're going to try a little card trick. Bo, you're not frozen, are you?
Oh, I'm frozen, all right.
Oh, okay.
Completely frozen.
He's there via audio, so that's all that really matters. You can you still see?
That's all. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can see you, and you have a very worried look on your face. You're frozen, like you're looking at your grandmother getting undressed or something.
Okay.
It's kind of like curious, but also but a little like disturbed. But that's okay. I can hear you.
Okay, so you'll be able to watch the trick in the playback, so that'll be fun. First,
just tell me what card you pick.
So first, I wanted to ask you a question. If you were to have to choose between Jacks, Queens, Kings, Jacks, Kings, and Queens, which would you prefer?
Well, Jacks always.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through. We're gonna do a card trick. This one is going to involve 2 Jacks. And what we're going to do... So we're going to take these 2 Jacks. Make sure they're nice and square. If I can do this. Put a stapler right through there, right? So now we got...
2 cards stapled together.
We got 2 cards stapled together. We're going to put those back on the top of the pack. And what I'm going to do next is go through and we're going to look for... So I think that's a good contrast card. We're going to use the 2 of aces. And what I'm going to ask you for, Bo, is a name that I can sign on this card that is not your name. Somebody that I wouldn't think of immediately. Just a random name that I can sign on this card.
All right. Can I tell you the name? Or do I have to telepathically?
No, you got to tell me.
Let's go with Barney Rubble.
Oh, that's a great one.
Barney Rubble.
Okay.
B-A-R-N. Okay.
G-dubs, you can clearly see that.
Yes, that does say Barney Rubble.
Nice.
I feel like I'm explaining this joke to the blind.
You are.
Okay. So,
I can't see a fucking thing. I can see is Kyle looking like he's watching his grandmother getting undressed. That's all I see.
So I put the Barney Rubble card back in, and what we're going to do is see if these Jacks can find the signed card. You ready? Like that.
Oh my God, that's incredible. What do you do?
Yeah, if you want to give the play-by-play, G-dubs.
So the cards did not actually touch, and he's opening up the staples to reveal
that we got stapled in there. We got a Jack, the signed card, and stapled on the back.
Holy shit.
The 3rd Jack.
That's amazing, man.
So, staple still firmly placed
Holy
in the
shit,
center of the signed card. Just want to make sure that was clearly visible for all to see. That was fun. It'll be a lot more fun when you rewatch it, Bo, I promise.
Yeah, I can't believe, that's amazing. Where did you get? Is that like real magic? Are you like?
Yes, I have studied witchcraft for many hours, and it's taken a long time. I had to lick a lot of toads, and a lot of them did not taste good.
That's poisonous. That's heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
This Sonoma toad, or watch out for those 5-MeO.
Yeah,
DMT toads.
DMT toad.
Jesus.
DMT toad. So Boa's frozen, but we are going to pull him up. Welcoming to our spotlight stage. He's going to introduce a video. Very excited to show the first one on the channel. A man, the myth, the legend, a man who once got bitten by a snake but couldn't reach to suck the poison out. Welcoming to our spotlight stage, Mr. Bo Thayer.
Yes, that's funny. We have a lot of snakes around here. I just found a snake skin right where I walk out into my studio. A big
that's
one.
Amazing.
But I like the snakes around here. You name them: Carl the corn snake, Milo the milk snake, Gary the gardener. You know.
I like Gary the gardener.
You can't see me, can you? Am I frozen too?
Oh yeah, we just have your frozen picture up, but we can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Great. So I don't have to put my pants back on. Wonderful.
I'm not wearing pants anyway.
Yeah, I know. Why would you? In this kind of heat?
No, it's a common theme amongst the show, even in the dead of winter.
Yeah.
With this COVID business, I haven't worn pants in 18 months. I'm just like, I'm a big fan of the moo-moo, man. Just walk around just like in a big dress. Kind of like, I don't know if you remember the show Rhoda, but that's kind of the way I dress now.
Okay.
That's probably way before your time. Rhoda, great show. Well, maybe if you watched, I don't know. Anyway, all right. So the video. You want me to introduce this video?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind giving a little introduction.
Well, this was shot pretty much on like cell phones and stuff. At the house where I'm talking to you from right now. It's pretty much a snapshot in the daily activities around here. What else could I say? That's just it's what goes down around here. And yeah, it's called Lockdown Quarantine because I couldn't think of a better title. So
it's a great title.
It's
okay.
I think you guys had the same problem when you're naming this. I'm sure. The hell do you name it?
Yep. And then it was like, oh, I'm the Drunken Underwhelming. This is going to be the Drunken Under Quarantine show. And now that quarantine's over, we don't know what to rename the show.
Wait. Quarantine's over?
Well, I mean, we thought it was, but, it's just
no one told me that. No one told me that. I can go out now?
It's like when a movie fakes out and you think it's going to end, and then it never does. But, okay.
All right.
Let's bring this.
Spin the video. Let me know when it's over because I can't see it.
Oh, you'll be able to hear it though.
I'm just. Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah. Oh, I worked a long time on this mix, so that's good. That's Val Kilmer. Val McCollum playing guitar in there too. No, he's playing baritone. The baritone guitar. All right, let her rip.
In the house, shedding his skin. Can't figure out just how they got in. I wouldn't mind if they stayed in the wall to eat all the mice that's missing in the drawers. Gotta put on a mask just to go to the store. It's feeling like a stick up just to buy some.
Not aware. I can't hear it. I can hear you breathing.
Bo, G-Dubs, you can hear it?
I can hear it.
Okay.
Quarantine.
I can't, but I've heard it a million times.
Hey there, neighbor, how you getting on? I'd give you a hand, but they're telling me it's wrong. Just as well, cause I got a little cough. Think I'll just go and sleep it off. Saying I better scream her down. I'm looking like a muffin rolling on the ground. Acting like a panda pissing up a tree. We'll be in the lockdown quarantine. Megan, we'll be in the lockdown quarantine. Can't go to the bar, can't go to the beach. Conflicting information is a puzzle in me. I'm still wishing wishing I could work my job. Guess I'll keep bitching that the system's flawed. Living should be easy in the summertime. Gotta focus on fishing and not on dying. I'm running out of line, running out of stream. Nothing's biting in the lockdown quarantine. Nothing's biting in the lockdown quarantine. All is well in the US of A, unless you're a woman, black, brown, or gay. It seems us humans got a ways to go till we flip the boat over and learn how to row. It's the same old story and the end is near. Looking back in history, it's loud and clear. We're in the same team, on the same team, waiting out the lockdown quarantine, waiting out the lockdown quarantine. And we're talking about that new
Wow, that ending was awesome. That was great. Thank you for sharing that with us, Bo.
No problem. I wish I could have seen or heard it. All I heard was your reaction and your breathing. I can hear you breathing.
That's awful. I'm sorry that your screen is frozen. That's so weird. Nothing ever works right online. That's for sure. But anyway,
you know what? A bunch of these things, every single time I've tried it, it's been what it's like every time.
Okay, we're gonna have to get you better internet out there in the sticks, I suppose.
I think maybe satellite.
Done.
That might be the solution.
But I don't know. Maybe I gotta reboot.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna go to the
this thing.
We're gonna go to the jarring part, and we'll see you in a second.
I don't know.
Well, welcome back. Bo is frozen, but GW and I are here. And Bo is on the show and able to talk, so we're just going to sally forth like nothing's wrong and, do like what our government does and pretend everything's just fucking fine. So, Bo, thank you for being on the show, brother. It's great to see you. I'm sure many people didn't realize that both Thayer and Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming are in the same cinematic universe, but in fact we are. And it's great to have a man as amazing as yourself on the show. We're really looking forward to this. And, hopefully next time it'll work a little smoother. But without... Bo is calling me.
I'm picking up.
Yeah, I'm going to mute myself real quick, G-Dubs. You got it?
Yeah. So, and now I have an echo, which this is going to be really awesome. I don't know why. Lou, are fall. Oh God, this is so weird. I never show all by myself.
Oh, it was like Foley Kills the Podcast Light.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except with Hickory on the screen.
I think both James does. You get an echo?
I have a little bit of one. Hold on, is that better?
Hey, yeah.
It was because I was screen sharing. Sorry about that, everybody.
No, like I was wondering what the fuck was going on. I'm sitting here just being like, just talking and hearing my voice, which is fine. I love hearing myself talk. And if you want to hear myself talk, pay attention to Foley Kills the Podcast on YouTube.
Every Monday.
I worked a plug-in.
Nice. Had some comments in earlier. Mark was saying those are rats. He said, were they those penis growing mice? Jason said, I can hear it. Thank you, Jason. We appreciate that. Oh, Jason got a new profile photo.
Yes.
Looking suave. And Nick is here. Said,
What's up,
kids? Nick? And also, wow, double feedback. Yeah, I think we fixed that. So let us know in the comments if we did. And the beautiful assistant also said such a big echo. So Bo should be back in just a second. He was restarting the computer, hoping that fixes the issue. To which we were going to move into the first topic, which was going to be asking Bo how Corona time has been treating him, but we can't do that. So we'll move right into the second topic, start digging into this story. With the great chicken wing shortage, they become so expensive, one brave man won't stop eating his, even at gunpoint. And we have this absolutely amazing story here, where a man casually eats wings while being mugged at gunpoint in surveillance video. A shocking surveillance video has captured the moment a man is robbed at gunpoint, but incredibly, he did not appear to be fazed and continued to eat his chicken wings as if nothing out of the ordinary was happening. It appears that Bo is back. Welcome back, Bo.
Hey, Bo's moving.
It works.
Oh, you can hear us. We can hear you.
Wow.
I think we
fucking technology is amazing.
Nick said yes, it's fixed, and that hopefully he'll be out of Facebook jail soon. Yeah, hoping for that, Nick. But you know, YouTube comments don't hurt either. So, luckily, we have the other platform you can hop on. We hopped right into the first topic because we weren't sure how long it was going to take. Bo, we're talking about a man casually eating wings while being mugged at gunpoint.
You know, I gotta say, if they were really good wings, I could see just being very nonchalant about eating them while getting mugged at gunpoint.
Well, especially with the price of chicken wings.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people get mugged all the time. The guy's like, fuck it, whatever. I totally get it. I get it. It's probably not the first time it happened. You know, it probably happened at breakfast.
It's just 3 meals a day. Get mugged.
Yeah, it's like, oh Jesus. Can I eat a meal without getting mugged, for fuck's sake? I get it.
It said, as the video continued, a man wearing a helmet could be seen walking into the restaurant armed with a handgun and pointing at a man who was sitting down at a table and eating wings. Other customers appeared shocked, including a woman who sat next to the man, and others left the restaurant as the gun-toting criminal nabbed nearby items. The robber, still waving his gun around, then gestured at diners to hand over their belongings, all while the man continued to take chunks out of his wings. Not wanting to miss a second to dine on his dinner, the man reached down to get his cell phone before passing it on to the robber. His casual demeanor made it appear as if nothing out of the ordinary was happening to him or his friends, despite their lives seemingly at risk. The robber then took a few more items from the diners before calmly strolling out of the restaurant and onto the sidewalk. Pretty incredible. I understand this personally because with the price of wings these days, you're more likely to pay. Jason said mug life. You're more likely to pay more for the order of chicken wings than your cell phone. So I guess it's a cost risk analysis, I think, in this situation.
I figured he just got like one of those straight talks from Walmart. So, it's like $15, get a new cell phone.
He's like, well, I paid $40 for this plate of wings, but or I got the $15 cell phone. Might as well just hand that over. And yes, for those curious, this article was from Mexico. This was not something that happened in America, which left Hickory wondering, stuff like this must happen in America as well. And to which the response was, I found this article where an Oakland violence prevention chief unhurt after attempted robbery at gunpoint. Yes, the official Oakland violence prevention chief was robbed at gunpoint doing a television interview on the sidewalk. An attempted armed robbery outside of Oakland City Hall during a television crew's interview with the city's violence prevention chief ended without injury, sources said Monday. Just after 6 p.m., police said in a statement the two suspects approached a camera person, not cameraman, I don't want to be a bigot, camera person filming during an interview at 3:09 before trying to take out the cameraman at gunpoint. After a scuffle ensued, the armed security officer pulled his firearm out, directed the suspects to leave. The suspect immediately left the area without the camera, police said. Officers, including a police spokesperson, responded to the scene during an investigation. There was no injuries. Which my question was,
said.
How bold do you have to be? There used to be a time where criminals were scared of being on camera, and now we have them directly robbing camera people. like, what kind of clown world do we live in? GW, what do you think?
Well, here's the thing. If they take the camera, they're taking the evidence. So
that's a very good point.
But the thing that I want to know is, how the fuck are you going to pawn a camera like that? And like, even if you strip off all the like station ID stuff, it's a huge, like, those cameras are fairly big, and I'm sure word would go out, hey, we just got robbed, be on the lookout for television cameras.
Yeah. One might think.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think? You think
I don't know. I think you could like sit on that camera for a while and then, kind of pawn it off as like a novelty item. It's like, this is the camera. This is the one, baby. This was in that big article.
Or he's going to start his
behind it.
He's going to start his own video production company, and like that's how he's going to improve his life.
Yeah, that's actually a better. Yeah, I like that one better.
Yeah.
He's going to improve his life. That camera is going to put him on the straight and narrow, man. That's right. Going to improve his life. They should just give him the camera.
What you did just made a John Waters film. Like demented director takes camera from newscast to film.
Hopefully, it's a great film.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Go down to Mexico with the thing and start filming people, eating lunch. You'll never know what you get.
Yeah, you could. I hear you could make a killing if you just sit around filming people eating chicken wings. Eventually, you're going to get some good footage.
They go loco for that polo.
El pollo loco.
Ay.
Since we moved into the second topic, we'll move back to the first one, which we want to ask Mr. Thayer, how has Corona time been treating you? Not only as a person, professionally, musically. How's the whole ordeal been in your little section of the world?
Fucking awesome, man. I love it. I love this Corona shit. I'm having a blast. I don't have to hustle gigs. I just go up to my studio. I get to be creative. I don't have to hang out with any of my fucking crazy ass friends. Talk to people on computer, and then I got the excuse to not talk to people on the computer because shit like this happens and everything's glitchy. So I just get to hang out with myself. I laugh at my dog. When my wife decides to talk to me, every once in a while, that things are good, and my kid cracks me up pretty much, and I love it, man. That's why I moved up here for the solidarity, to have solitude. Peace and quiet. Yeah, man, I love this. I don't want it to end. I mean, I'm sorry. I hope people all get better and stuff like that. And I don't like the sickness part of it, but hey,
no, all the fringe benefits.
I look at the bright side. I look at the bright side. That's all I could say.
Way to stay
it's been a very, very creative time for me. I really have nothing to complain about. I'm very, very lucky. And I think if I was to do this Corona quarantine thing again, there ain't no place I'd rather be than right here in Vermont. I saw this coming a long time ago. That's why I moved up here 25 years ago. I knew this was going to happen. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Wait till you see what's coming down the line. There's some crazy shit about to happen.
I hear that.
I mean, you can't even freaking eat wings without getting fucking robbed. You can't even you can't broadcast without getting robbed. You can't do anything. So just stay at home. Stay at home and have fun. That's what I say. Stay at home and have fun.
And if you're lucky, produce amazing music like Bo does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's the fun
awesome.
part.
Well, I'm staying at home. I'm just not making amazing music. If anything, it's haphazard music where it's quite shitty.
Doesn't matter. People like shitty music too. In fact, most people like shitty music. If I knew how to make shitty music, it'd probably be a million. If I could make shitty music, I'd be a millionaire.
Yeah, we gotta get Bo doing some K-pop or something.
How about it, man? How do you do that shit? How do you make shitty music? I need some fucking money. I'm gonna buy a new chicken.
Well, they're so expensive now.
Well, they are pretty expensive. That is the one thing. An owl came and ate all my chickens. Like literally, an owl came and fucking ate 12 of my chickens. Left me with none. And because of this whole cocoa business, I couldn't get new chickens. And so then my chicken house turned into a place where we put all our stuff. And so now it's a storage place. And so we can't even have chickens now. And that's one of the things that fucking sucks about fucking COVID is that fucking I don't have any chickens.
That's awful. Did you have layers or would you have meat birds?
No, layers, man.
Nice.
Yeah. It works out pretty good. The meat birds are cool, but it's not as a good of an arrangement because, you know, with the layers, it's like I feed you, you feed me, and it's ongoing. But with the meat birds, it's like I feed you and then I kill you and eat you, and so
sad.
I like the laying thing a little bit more. It's more sustainable.
Well, and let's be honest, any bird's an eaten bird if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
That's why Coco Van exists. They realize that when you get a real old laying bird that's like 6 years old and tough as hell, you just simmer it in red wine for like 5 hours, and it tastes like red wine, so you don't mind. Yeah, it's an old French dish called coq au vin, and that's the origination of the dish. Is they would use it all the really old laying birds is what they would do with them because they were so tough. And
I always thought it was a pain in the ass to make.
They what?
It's always a pain in the ass to make.
Well, because it takes forever.
Yeah.
You got to give up some of your wine too.
Exactly. So
but you get the wine back.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda, but in chicken form.
I guess.
How much? You'd have to eat a lot of chicken to get drunk.
I think what you'd really want to do is you distill it off so you get the liquor out of the wine and then use what's left from the distilling to cook chicken in. That way you still get the flavor, but you can get drunk too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It requires a lot of extra steps, but if you're dedicated enough.
If you gotta be real loco for the pollo.
Exactly. El pollo loco.
La pollo loco. Ay! All right.
I'm sensing a theme for tonight.
That's right. Aye. Yeah, we'll be down in Tijuana next week for the next show. But we'll move right into the next one. Bo, if you wouldn't mind giving a quick introduction for a world music video that we're about to show.
Oh yeah, this really happened, man. We were filming I was making this a song in the studio. I was doing it live, and it was cool. A little brand new song called. I'm just calling it Spaceman for now because I don't have a better title for it. But you'll see what happens. It was, again, just shot kind of. I'd like to say low budget, but these phones are expensive. so we're. And so we shot it low budget on expensive phones, and I'll just see what happens. The song is called Spaceman. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay, let's check her out. And before we keep going, can you hear that, Bo?
I can.
Okay, nice.
I'm just a spaceman. I won't hurt nobody. Just stopping by and checking in, and I'll be on my way. I don't want no trouble. I couldn't help but notice that funny little bubble that was circling round the sun. Living for the laws of liftoff. Looking for a way to come down. Look up here, I'll turn the lights on. La 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 It looks like a smoke show, covering up a rainbow, hidden in a snow globe in another part of time. Your mountains are all melting, your bullets are a sweating. It's like you're all forgetting how to thrive. Living for the laws of liftoff. Looking for a way to come down. Won't you look up here? I'll turn the lights on. La 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 all have all gone hungry from eating too much money. Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll live another day. Then someday you'll be spaceman looking for a planet, or maybe you'll be stranded and looking just like me. Living for the laws of liftoff. Looking for a way to come down. Look up here, I'll turn the lights on. La 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 la. Someday we'll be spacemen. Someday we'll be spacemen. Someday we'll be spacemen. Someday we'll be spacemen. Looking for a planet. And we won't hurt nobody. And we won't want no trouble. Maybe we'll be spacemen. Yeah, someday we'll be spacemen.
Dad, what's happening?
Dude!
Dad, what's happening?
Dude, where are you going? Hey, River, who's that? Is that your friend? What's going on, dude? Help! Hey, man! Where are you going with my kid? Hey, careful with that camera, River. It's expensive.
I don't care.
Hey, dude!
Oh, that was absolutely phenomenal. Oh,
Really,
thank you for sharing.
really happened.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Bo. That was fun as hell.
Yeah, that
That was
really
great.
happened.
She's still standing there asking for you guys to take you with her. Is that forever standing in that field? Why didn't I get to go?
Yeah. And I love when River is going. My son River is like, yes, yes, and I like pass out.
We got Nick commenting and love your music, both there. That's a regular follower of the show, just giving you a shout out, Bo, saying that he loves it. And,
Oh, cool.
like to share those forward. And then I guess his son hopped on and said, "What are you doing, son? I'm on your account." Yeah, our comment section gets fun sometimes. It's a good time. How long did it take to shoot that? Were you guys doing that for a couple days?
No, it took about a little bit longer than the video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
You know,
No,
it was all done in one afternoon. My friend David Davis did some editing, and we did obviously we did a green screen type of situation, but since the alien costumes were green, we had to use red screen it. And
okay.
It was all,
that makes sense.
and so we did it really quickly, you know,
awesome.
not to lose. So we didn't lose the vibe, you know.
Yeah,
Do it quick. You gotta work quick.
That was great. And
you start thinking about things, then everything gets lost.
Exactly.
You know?
Sometimes the best art is rushed because you
Yes.
just go with what you feel and do it.
Yeah.
We just had Colin, the other co-host, unfortunately couldn't make it. They had just filmed a full-length movie in like 11 days with a full cast.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah,
no, sometimes
that's
you gotta
awesome.
just shotgun it because if
Do
you
it,
don't,
man.
yeah, you don't. And that you get better reactions, you get better emotion when you're only
Yeah.
doing it one or two takes. I'm very excited to see that one.
Now, were you performing in your studio at home, or?
Yeah, it's just the studio is a building I built right next to my house, and
Oh, cool.
I actually built that. I just chopped the trees down and had them sent them over to my buddy who has a wood miser, and we just milled them up into sticks, and then I timber framed the whole thing and put it all together. Had some friends help me stand it up, and that took about 15 years. But it did. It took 15 years before it was up and from. And I did it the long way. I mean, I literally dug the foundation with a shovel, and
Wow.
you know, and then used the trees that I took down and timber framed it. And so it's not a big studio. It is 3 stories, but it's only about 25 feet by 16.
Okay.
But that's enough. That's all I need. It's all I need.
It's bigger than my studio.
Yep.
But with a lot of great music has been made, not just by me, by a lot of people. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we will just acknowledge that we do have Gandhi on the screen right now to commemorate the fact that Colin's not with us. The running joke is that Colin, when he took his political compass test, he's left of Gandhi. So we like to, whenever he's not
What's
here, we like
Colin's
to,
excuse? What's his excuse?
he's in Chicago today. I don't know.
Something with the time zone, couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
He'll
I'm
be signing on any minute now.
I'm surprised our commenters aren't roasting him right now, because that's normally what happens when he misses a show, is that the people in the comments get vicious, and it's really, really fun.
Well, why is he in Chicago? What's Chicago?
I have no idea.
We were actually asking each other that before the show started.
Yep. I don't know. He's in New York regularly, but that's because he has an apartment down there, and he does a lot of he does auditions and stuff because he's working on his acting career still. But yeah, I don't know why Chicago.
We got our first roast by Jason.
He said he's a bum. Oh, Nick says he has an excuse for every show.
He does. It's amazing.
Oh, we just got to bring it up and they get into it. But since we just watched an amazing video about Bo and River getting abducted by aliens, let's talk about aliens for a few minutes. The new UAP report, UAP being code for UFO because it sounds more legitimate. The UAP report finally got dropped, leaving more questions than answers. I don't know if you guys looked through anything on this, but I was a little disappointed, I must say. That
yeah, it's lame.
Yeah. There was a National Geographic article a couple of days ago talking about how the Pentagon learned and started to investigate UFOs, which amazes me that they just started worrying about it, considering it seems like it would be a major national security issue if there was unidentified aircraft just cruising around in our airspace.
Oh, the whole thing's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, Jason said, Colin, he's probably hoarding chicken wings out in Chicago. I just hope he brings us back some Jardiniere. I hear that's the best thing to get in Chicago. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, the CNN Politics here, because they're a super reliable source, say that U.S. intelligence community releases long-awaited UFO report. On Friday, released its long-awaited report, or what it knows about a series of mysterious flying objects that have been seen moving through restricted military airspace over the last several decades. Which is incredible that it went for decades and they're finally asking questions. That in its own says something screwy, right? I mean, the fact that it took a couple decades of unidentified aircraft for anybody to care.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt they even care.
Like...
It makes you wonder why they wouldn't care, though.
How come they don't say anything about aliens?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question.
I mean, as far as like flying objects, man, like just to make that stupid video, we had flying objects doing that one too. We had a drone camera.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah, this thing's flying all over the frickin' place. You could buy a flying thing at the frickin' box store. Where are the aliens?
They say investigators found no evidence after the sightings represented either extraterrestrial life or a major technological advancement by a foreign adversary like Russia or China, but acknowledge that it is a possible explanation.
Here's the thing with that. Everything's always Russia and China. Russia and China this, Russia and China that. What if it's India? What if India has been playing us all along going, ha ha ha, check this out. They're going to think it's Russia or China, but we actually got this stealth technology.
Gandhi's an alien. Gandhi's the alien. Look at him.
You very well could be. Like the Indians or people from India are over there just like, stupid Americans. All they think we do is scam call old people. And really, we have the most advanced aircraft in the world.
And I believe the proper term is Indian. It's okay to say Indian.
I know, it just feels weird because I'm so conditioned. Nick said, GW, did you see my comment on my Instagram picture about Colin?
Not yet, but I'll look for it.
Okay. I had not either. Actually, here, we'll switch out the overlay real quick. Now we got AOC crying. That's because she's sad that Colin didn't make the show. Just for anybody who's curious. It's one of a great photo. They say we were unable to identify... We were able to identify one reported UAP with high confidence. In that case, we identified the object as a large deflating balloon, which sounds exactly like what they said back in the
1947. The 47. 47 and what was Roswell? Was Roswell 47 or was that was 1950? And there was whatever. They've been saying that forever. Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
You kidding me?
Of the 144 reports we're dealing with here, we have no clear indication that there is any non-terrestrial explanation for them, but we will go wherever the data takes us, a senior U.S. official said. But investigators are also convinced that the majority of sightings were, quote, physical objects, the officials told reporters. Which, I'm like, yeah, an aircraft would be...
As opposed to what?
A ghost? Like,
Yeah, spirit. It's a spiritual apparition.
An emotional object. It's everybody's hopes and dreams that have died during COVID just floating into the sky. Like
they got him. They got him.
They got a ghost at a time.
We need to get the Ghostbusters out there to shoot him with the ray guns and see if it does anything.
Oh boy.
At least they would come back with an answer, you know? Like if we send in the Ghostbusters, at least they'd come back with something. But no, it looks like we spent another couple $1 million investigating something that led to nothing, which seems to be what we're really good at in the U.S. right now, is spending a lot of money investigating things and come back with no answers.
What about those big pyramids that were over the Pentagon? You hear about those, or the one that was over the Kremlin too? The big pyramids. These big things that were caught on, like 5 different people have them on cell phone footage. Have you heard about this?
No, but I am. We're hunting right now.
Hunting right now. Pyramid over the Kremlin. Pyramid over the Pentagon.
Something like that. That type of pyramid shape object.
Yeah, but there's actual cell phone footage from like 4 different perspectives, 4 different people, 4 different places in town. And this was like 2 years ago, and that never came up.
Huh. That's very interesting. We did watch some radar footage the other day. There's been a lot of really interesting footage that's been captured lately. But let's see here. We're gonna mute that. Yeah, here's a cell phone footage of something that looks like a pyramid.
Yeah, it's cell phone footage of the pyramid over the Pentagon, like
over the
most.
Pentagon.
And that's the most secure airspace in the world.
Yeah, one would imagine, anyways. That is supposedly the safest, but
you think that would have come up in the latest briefing? I don't know.
This is a great comment. Anytime anyone quote catches unquote anything on camera, it looks like it was filmed on a toaster. But that's what gives me hope for the future, is that cameras are improving so greatly that eventually everybody's going to have an 8K camera and we'll actually have good footage.
And you can make toast with them.
Yes.
Because what's going to happen is you're going to start getting shaky cams where people are like, oh my God, look at this footage.
Yeah, and then everybody's going to have to carry like a bipod with them.
Mm-hmm.
Or I forget what the single one's called. But
monopod?
Yeah, a monopod. Yeah, you just carry it around. Have a mini one that's attached to your cell phone all the time. I mean, maybe
still get a floating drone that just follows you everywhere. Like Booster Gold and his little buddy. That's a comic book reference. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's all right. Yep, but there's definitely videos of them over the Kremlin as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want to know about that. I want to know.
Why don't we have more answers? I don't understand.
And how come they can't make a streaming thing that works?
That's a very good question.
It's still all glitchy for me. It's very glitchy.
I was going to say, is it that you live so far in the middle of nowhere that your internet is not exceptional?
Maybe.
Yeah, is it one of those? Which is funny because I live in the middle of nowhere, but I also have.
Yeah, we all live in the maybe the fact that we all live in the middle of nowhere.
That could
Speak
be
for yourself.
Well, GW lives in Rutland, so he's in the big city. I mean, the big city of Vermont, and
no, big shitty's correct.
Yeah.
Rut Vegas, man. The big, okay.
The big shitty. Not to be confused with Big Shitty North, which is Burlington.
The Queen Shitty.
Queen Shitty?
Yeah.
That's actually a great name for it.
Queen Shitty?
Queen Shitty.
I like that.
We're going to move right into the last one. This should be fairly quick. But a conservative Supreme Court justice says what we've all been thinking for the past 20 years. It turns out that, let me find it, Clarence Thomas came out today, or recently anyways, 2 days ago, which is practically today in internet time, The federal government's current approach is half-in, half-out regime that simultaneously tolerates and forbids local use of marijuana, the conservative Supreme Court justice wrote. He basically said that a prohibition on interstate use or cultivation of marijuana may no longer be necessary or proper to support the federal government's piecemeal approach, he wrote. His views came as the court decided to hear the appeal of a Colorado medical marijuana dispensary that was denied federal tax breaks with other businesses allowed, which is bullshit, personally. Thomas said the Supreme Court's ruling in 2005 upholding federal laws making marijuana possession illegal may now be out of date. Clarence, it was fucking out of date in 2005. Get with the times, old man. Federal policies of the past 16 years have greatly undermined its reasoning, he said. The federal government's current approach is half-in, half-out regime that simultaneously tolerates and forbids local use of marijuana. 36 states now allow medical, and 18 allow recreational use, but federal tax law does not allow marijuana business to deduct their business enterprises. Under this rule, a business that is still in the red after it pays its workers and keeps the lights on might nonetheless owe substantial federal income tax. Which brings up an interesting question. The IRS wants to tax you for your illegal earnings. Right? Like, isn't that... There we go. Bo's roasting one up. Like, it's crazy to me that like the IRS doesn't care. They're just like, oh, you made illegal money, we want our tax cut.
Well, that's how they got Al Capone.
That's true. And it seems to be how they're going after some other people as well, from what I've gathered.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
we have father and son talking in the comments. I've been monitoring it. It's not,
are you anything come up?
It's weird. Like they're talking about the toaster, and then
My toaster
Nick's
got
talking about
shut
his
down.
toaster. It's a weird conversation. I'm like, I don't know if I should be a part of this show. Like,
Well, I mean, it kind of fits that we're talking about weed and toasting at the same time, I suppose.
true.
So, Nick comments and says, "Bo, you're gonna have to pass that around."
Yeah, do we have the technology for that yet?
Oh, we got to work on it. That's next.
Actually, I made another video where, yes, it's a video I did for a Tom Petty song. Go look at it. It's called, what's the name of the song? Damn it. It's Swingin'. Go look at the Swingin' video I did for Tom Petty's birthday. It was a tribute to Tom Petty. But you can see that, yes, I was able to pass a big bone around. We'll have to watch the video. Watch the video. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I pulled it up. We'll get to that one for sure. But yeah, we're almost done. Is there any much more that you wanted to get off your chest before we call this one a show, Bo?
No, I wish we were hanging out in the same room. I think it'd be a lot funnier.
I think we'll have to do that in the near future. We have been discussing the premise of doing this show live with a studio audience at the Comedy Club in Bridgewater. And actually,
let's do it.
Yeah, so we just got to get internet finally run to the club.
This computer shit sucks.
Because I would love to live stream the live show. You know what I mean? So it would still be available to those who can't make it and people around the world. But everybody in person would get live performances in the Comedy Club on a stage with an audience. And then as well as we would have a setup area with like the couches where we'd sit around and chat.
I like that.
Yeah, we'll definitely be in touch about that because that's
because there's so much more to talk about. So much more.
So much more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could. That's the hard part is figuring out what few things we do want to talk about because we have a limited time slot and we don't want to. The show could be 10 hours, but then GWs and I would probably have to marry each other because our wives would leave us.
Yeah, that's very true.
She's like, you do too much already.
We got drugs to help out with that stuff. Certain drugs. You want to go on a 10-hour comedy bender?
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, actually, I kind of do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we deserve.
Toad licking comedy bender.
Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, big old tank of toads.
Yeah.
But no, thank you for being here, man. We really appreciate it. It was great. I'm stoked
pleasure.
you agreed to be on. I'm sorry that it didn't go quite as perfect as it could have, but we
It's
made
gone
it
like
through.
every single other one. Like every single other streaming thing I've done. This is what happens. This is what it is.
No shit.
You know, so let's figure out what's going on over the Kremlin and the Pentagon, and then try and figure out how to make a streaming thing work.
Yeah,
And then
that's a
I'll
good
be
idea.
satisfied. And then I'll be happy.
Where can people find you, Bo? Your upcoming appearances you want to plug?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Please do.
I'm doing a little show out in the South Royalton Town Green. I think that's on July 10th.
Nice.
This Saturday, I'm doing a little thing at the Clear River Tavern.
Oh no shit!
July
When are you there?
3rd. It's just me and Jeff are doing a little set on
On their
around
new,
4
their new
o'clock in the
stage?
afternoon. Yeah,
That
And
new
then,
stage is beautiful.
yeah. It's they're that's right down the street from me, so that's easy. And
Nice.
I got some other stuff coming up. We're doing a feast and field. I'm pretty much staying local for the whole
Okay.
summer. I'm not
Nice.
doing any touring. I'm staying in the studio and playing locally. You can go to my website and it has all that crap on there. If it's not on there right now, it will be soon. And you can look at videos and you can, listen to music and stuff like that. It's all there. I just send people to the website.
Nice.
And
Which
whenever
is
I
actually-
figure out, yeah.
which is on the screen right now at bothair.com, down there underneath
yeah,
your
thanks.
name, because we like to plug those.
There it
Yeah,
is.
of course. I like to let people know where they can find our guests, because sometimes they like our guests more than us, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, got a new album out. Buy the new record. It's a good one. And I also have another record coming out in the fall. That was I did with I started it with my old buddy and bass player Alex, who's no longer with us. Was a very good friend of Colin. It was a big part
Yep.
of the comedy club over there in Bridgewater. He played bass for a lot of the performances, and
Miss him dearly.
unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. Miss him every day, but I was able to take a record that I started making with him and finish it. And the record is almost done. It's called The Book of Moss, and it features Alex Abraham on all his upright playing, which was never really captured before. But it is now, and it'll be available hopefully in September, October. And it's good stuff. And so
That's incredible.
just want to get that. I want to get that out there to everyone. That Alex Abraham's bass playing is. You haven't heard the last of it.
No,
So
I'm excited to hear that.
come at ya. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. I started the record years ago when he was still with us, and after he died, I couldn't bring myself to work on it until recently, and but my buddy and Grammy producer Justin Whip took his bass tracks and really whipped them into shape, and he went beyond the Call of Duty, and the album is sounding really, really good.
Nice.
So buy the new one and expect the old one, which is going to be the new one, if that makes any sense.
Can you talk about your other projects at all, or are you not allowed to talk about that yet?
Which one?
The film one.
I got a lot of projects. Oh, the film one, absolutely. Yeah, it's a film called Ethan Alien, and it's about it's a kind of like
Alien.
the Ballad of Ethan Alien, and yeah, they got me acting in it a little bit. I'm narrating it. I'm not an actor. I'm a narrator.
Oh, okay.
So I have a bunch of music in that as well, and it's kind of a low budget. I think it's gonna have some cult status. I think people are gonna be really into this movie when it comes out because it's so weird. It's so Vermont, and it's a wonderful little film about space aliens and authoritarian governments and how Vermont deals with it, and that's all I'm going to say about that without giving too much away.
I did see that Rusty DeWeese is also in that.
Oh yeah,
which
Rusty's in it. Yep.
Kind of blew my mind that you guys were like on the same flyer. I'm like, oh my god, this is my childhood reincarnated into a movie about aliens.
Well, they got everyone in. They got Louis Guzman in it too.
Oh, cool.
And there's some other cameos, and there's a lot of good music, and the Western Terrestrials are in it, and it's just a real good time. It was a blast to make. That's all I would say.
Advise everybody go search The Ballad of Ethan Alien. At least watch the trailer online, because it's a funny, trippy, kind of weird, like pretty serious trailer. It was really fun. I had a good time watching it last night. Yeah,
and I think they're going to be showing that at places this summer. I think starting in August.
Wow.
I know at the Feast and Field there'll be a showing, and some other selected drive-in theaters around the state. A lot of it was filmed over in Fairleigh at that drive-in theater.
Okay.
So it'll definitely be shown there, and I think they were even going to show it on the up in Montpelier on the Capitol lawn. I'm not quite sure, but all that information will be coming out soon.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out for it.
Got to get it over at the Marquee.
They do.
Yeah. They probably will.
Marquee in Middlebury is one of our home venues. We're down
really?
there
Oh, cool.
Yep, absolutely love that place, and glad to hear they're starting to reopen. So.
Oh, great! Yeah.
G-Dubs, you want to give some plugs before we get on out of here?
First off, before we leave, I want to say hi, Mom. I love you.
Oh, yes. Dolores said hello, all.
Yes, that's my mom. Plugs. At Fully Kills on Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on Facebook at GW Foley. Find me. I think I'm the only GW Foley. And you see this mug. And Fully Kills the podcast on YouTube. I'm gonna start running a contest where the contest will be over when I get 100 subscribers. So subscribe early, subscribe often.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you guys for being here. This was awesome. I, of course, am Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. This is the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. You can find me at Hickory TDAU on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Parler, TikTok, and wherever else you might search my name, except Twitter. And I'm honestly thinking about opening a Twitter just so I can post one thing. And this is my first and last Twitter post ever. Fuck you, Twitter. And that'll be the only tweet I ever tweet because I hate that place. But you can find me at those platforms. Bo, big thanks to having you on, man. I look forward to this. We'll definitely have to pick a date in, who knows, like September sometime where we can get together at the club and do a show live with you. That would
Absolutely.
be so much fun to do some music, comedy, magic integration, and, kind of have a little smorgasbord of entertainment. It would be super, super fun. So
Excellent.
That would be awesome. And before we go, I asked earlier if it was all right that we played out one of your songs, and I've brought up a video of my favorite song, and I gave you a couple clues, which are, it's a live video. It was shot at Middle Earth.
Snakebite? Is it Snakebite?
No. See, that is a lot of my friends. That is their favorite Bo Thayer song. And don't get me wrong, I like Snakebite a lot. It's a great tune. But no, this I just figured I'd make a few guesses and see if you get it.
Jeez, I don't. Wingless Angels? No.
No, before then. Yeah, it was before Spend It All.
Oh, wow. So that would be something off a Hog the Bed, maybe?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know,
okay.
Man. You get me.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna leave on this song. At the end of the song, we're just gonna end the show. We're not gonna do our normal credit roll for everybody watching. Thank you guys for joining us. I, of course, am Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. This has been episode 9 of Drunken Under Quarantine Show. thank you again to GW and Bo, and follow them, and we will be doing something together in the future because Bo's an awesome guy, and we love him. But this right here is, I think Bo might be surprised. I actually want to get your reaction after we cut the live. And Nick said enjoy the 4th. Yeah, everybody, have a beautiful, safe 4th of July this upcoming weekend. Glad it's not going to be...
America, freedom!
Glad it's not going to be 92 degrees on the 4th. Glad
No, it's going to be 62.
Yeah, the temperature's going to drop after today. I'd rather wear pants than nothing during the fireworks. So this right here, and this might surprise Bo. I don't know. I'm actually honest to see what your reaction is, but we'll see. Everybody, remember, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Most importantly, in these trying times, stay sane and try not to kill your neighbor.
All right.
Check your sound.
Yeah, I can't hear it yet.
Oh. There we go. Forgot to unmute it.
Oh, shit.
I fucking love this song, bro.
I might get my feet wet now. Take that saga trail going up to pass the Conway. Take that morning train up the coast of Maine. Catch a ferry going out to Nova Scotia. It was times when I felt like traveling. I saw her, something happened. Now I wish that I had the nerve. Let's say her, let's say, hey, people, hey, come with me. I will go with you. Let's put some miles on these old walking shoes and hang the keys on sweet diesel Jane. On the way you're traveling, baby.
We're in the city.
Now Diesel Jane, she was the captain's daughter.
That's what Ramsey, man. We're in the city. That's weird. That's what.
She would start to fly. Nobody could catch her, and many did try. But as for me, you know, it was quite simple. I ain't out, but you call in the middle. Now I wish that I had the nerve. I'd say to her, I'd say, hey, come with me. I will go with you. Let's put some miles on these old walking shoes and hang the keys on sweet diesel Jane. The way you're traveling, baby, and rolls all of the same. Every morning, without a warning, I'd hear that screen door slapping in the dark. The ignition, them slamming pistons, cooking her breakfast on that 4